Hey guys, how are you? Let's have coffee. Let's read some cards. Let's talk about the new moon coming up on Tuesday. So I'm getting back into the spin of things. I was just away having the most amazing week ever. I brought my daughter. We went to Portsmouth. We went to Boston. I saw old friends. I saw new friends. I met friends in real life that I just knew online. And it just confirms that this space is powerful and you can really meet your people here. So if we haven't met yet, let's be friends. My name is Stephanie. I'm based in Ottawa and I love oat milk lattes, and this one's iced and it has a little bit of vanilla in it. I got a new ring on my trip and it's beautiful. It's a shell and it looks like it's turquoise, but it's not. It's Larimar, which is a gorgeous stone. And it's a gloomy Sunday here, and I just want to talk and kind of like reintegrate into the energy of my home life and grounding myself back off this trip. And I want to talk to you guys about this beautiful new moon. May is starting off soft and strong. Do you feel it? I feel it. I did a video. I hope you caught it. If you didn't and you want to recap, I know these apps move super fast, but it's in my feed if you want to go check it out. And it was about last week's astrology where we had Venus move into her home sign of Taurus. And we had Mars move into Aries. Right now, there's a lot of energy stacked in Aries and there's a lot of energy stacked in Taurus. So if you're an Aries or a Libra, you're going to be feeling this particularly strongly. Cancer and Capricorns as well. And if you were a Taurus or Scorpio, you're still in the thick of things, of course, as well as Leo and Aquarius. It just feels like those are the 8 zodiac signs that are really getting riled up. And I do want to mention that Pisces is there as well. Pisces is just kind of in it this year. And we do have some upcoming energy between Jupiter and Gemini and some Pisces stuff. So that's going to hit us at the end of May. Right now, we want to focus on what is coming up in the present moment. And this week, the biggest thing for the week of May 6, 2024 is really this amazing new moon, and new moon in Taurus. Now, this for me is one of the most beautiful new moons of a calendar year because it stands with the North American spring equinox energy. We're coming out, we're starting to come back into ourselves, we're rooting ourselves, as well as we're also seeing the seeds of what transformed and transpired and kind of shit hit the fan areas of our life back in the fall during Scorpio season, okay? So now when this new moon in Taurus comes up for us, we're able to really take inventory and look at that and also seed something that we really want to bring to fruition throughout, I would say, the next few months, like the next 3 months into the summer, okay? And add a longer streak of things into the fall, right back into Scorpio season, which is Taurus's polar opposite. Before I pull cards, I have some cards here. I do want to show you guys the zodiac wheel for the week. There she is, and there we are. So I love the little phone thing, you know. I put it on my Etsy listing for birth charts, and it just feels like it's your astrologer calling, and I feel like it's a really good kind of nod to those of us who read the horoscope section in our favorite 90s print magazines, okay? But really what I want to show you guys in the medley here is that all of the planets for the week are stacked right over here in Taurus. So we have starting at 10 degrees and ending all the way at 25 degrees. So we've really got the mid to end range of Taurus, which means that this new moon is really going to come up for major and critical and intentional Taurus themes. Now, what are the themes of Taurus? It's financial security. It is long-term stability. It is Mother Nature. It's Earth. It's goddess energy. And it's taking care of ourselves. It's really taking care of ourselves. And that's going to mean different things for different people. But for Tauruses among us, it is going to mean how can you take care of yourself through the art of surrounding yourself with what feels good and not over focusing on the material. So that can be a challenge for Taurus. Taurus is really, really, really focused on their material well-being and sometimes can be blind spotted by the energy of just feeling a thing. taking us out of our body, if you will. So this new moon, though, isn't going to have too much crazy energy to it. So it feels like it's going to be really smooth. It is supported by Venus just behind it because it's taking place at 18 degrees. And Venus is right over here at 10 degrees of Taurus. So that does feel really, really supportive as Venus rules Taurus. So this is going to be a lovely relationship, budding, growing, blossoming. Put out there what you want to create in terms of your relationships and your material well-being. I think this new moon can seed a lot of that for you going into the future. We are still having Saturn over here in Pisces through this new moon, as well as Neptune at 29 degrees of Pisces. That is pretty intense. So we'll deal with that later, but the rest is all in Aries energy. And this new moon is right on the heels of a Mercury Chiron conjunction, which speaks to where we align ourselves with owning our pain points and our wounds, and also pointing ourselves in the direction of our healing. So you want to go deep through this full moon. You really want to let go, this new moon, you want to let go of what is no longer serving you. And I kind of hate saying that because I feel like it's just regurgitated healer speak, but there is something, there's a pattern, there is something that sort of torments you, and it keeps you speaking of yourself to yourself and relating to others in a way that doesn't necessarily keep you on track of your future existence, where you want to go and where you want to grow. Overall, this new moon is a beautiful one. Honestly, I don't see anything jarring around it. I think it's going to give Taurus and Scorpios the opportunity to equal parts let go of something and grow into something. I also think it's going to give Aries and Libra energy and the opportunity to go after what feels good, and by the same token, maybe release what doesn't feel so good. I think Leo and Aquarius are going to come up through kind of the backbone of this new moon energy and have opportunities on their relationship levels as well as their material resources. So what's coming up for you around your money, and what is coming up for you around your relationships? Where do you feel stuck in your relationships? Are you trying to call in an opportunity? Is there something around your work life that you want to bring in? This would be a really, really lovely new moon to write down what you want, to plant something around what you want. You might even want to physically plant something. Let's see what the cards have to say about this. But first, coffee. Here we go, friends. Can you show me a supportive card to the Ascendant card, please? Okay, so we're in a period of release, loves. We're working around our people pleasing. This feels like we're working around our material value. So where do you feel like you are showing up? If not all, a lot in part of where your social standing is. Where are you putting your headspace before your heart space? And this means that you're not serving yourself first. You're serving what you think people around you, people you work with and you work for, are going to appreciate at a social standing level. This is, in the long run, this will kind of be to your detriment. And right now you're feeling it coming up because the Queen of Materials is here reversed, and she's with the Two of Voices reversed. Interesting, I just had this come up in a reading, so it feels like this is really strong, and it feels like it's a nod to Gemini season in my experience. There's this sense of not being able to speak up around your worth and holding yourselves under the pressure of other people's identification of who you need to be and what your success story looks like. And it's very career minded. So the 10th house card is upright, and these two are reversed. So we are being called to step up for our truth. We're being called to step up for what we hold near and dear to our heart that has absolutely nothing to do with our material equation. Cut yourself some slack. Cut yourself some slack. Meditate on what feels good to your heart and to your soul, and not what feels good in the 3D. We need to release some of that. I'm wishing you a beautiful new moon in Taurus. And I'll see you guys on the other side. Thanks for tuning in.